Tesla just got a buy on our trading bot. And if you would have followed this specific script over the past 4.5 years, you would have made a 1,750% return. This is right 86% of the time with a losing percentage of only 14%. And in this video, we're going to go over the exact strategy. I'm going to share with you exactly what it is, how I plan to play it, and why this works so well. If you guys want access to this bot completely for free, you can go and check out our Discord community in the description. This is not something that is always going to work out. You're definitely going to take losses over time, as with any strategy. But the good thing about this is that it is going to allow you to have a very high upside while helping to cap your downside. Over the past 4.5 years, 1,700% return, 200 positions, 86% win rate, 14% loss, and more importantly, look at our win rate. So on average, we are getting about 7.5 wins in a row, with about 31 wins in a row being our max. So what's the actual position and why does it work? This is something that you're going to want to run on a company that you believe in for the long term. You can make money with this strategy in a down market, but it is significantly harder. So what we want to see is a money flow index, or at least an RSI that is under a constant value of 80. The reason for this is that if the RSI or the money flow is above 80, we are usually very overbought, and we want to be buying into the trend, but we don't want to be buying into an overbought market. The second requirement is that price has to close greater than the 11 SMA, which is the purple line that you will see here. And what the 11 SMA means, the average price and movement of the stock within the past 11 days. So if price is closing and holding above the average for the past 11 days in a upward motion, that means that the trajectory that we have right now is very strong to the upside. The third thing is that we need price to close greater than the 50 SMA, which is this red moving average you will see here. The reason for that is that overall, we want the stock to be in an uptrend over the past 2 months. And finally, the price has to also close above the 200 SMA, because more importantly than anything, we want to make sure that we're trading with the overall trend. See here that something like this really helps you in a down market. We had our entry requirement back here when Tesla cratered in September of 2022. We were trading up here at about $312, and while the stock dropped an astonishing 60%, we only lost 11. We had this entry here, we had the stop loss at 11.29%, but because we had never closed above all of the SMAs, not just the 11 and the 50, but we never got over the 200, which is very important. And because of that, we were able to weather this storm. And as I said before, the underlying dropped 65% and we were only down 11%. From there, we waited until we broke back up over the 200 SMA and the subsequent SMAs. And from there, this is where we're picking up and scooping a lot of our profits. Moving back to where we are currently, you can see within the past 2 weeks, we've closed out 3 trades for 3.8%, 2.64%, and 2.45%. And at this moment, we have another entry here at $273. And at this moment, it does look like we may get this pullback down to 265. So the thing I want you to understand here is that the bot is not going to tell you the absolute best time to get in. It's just going to tell you statistically over the long run how you would do, which is all we want. To be quite honest, I don't care about getting in the absolute best possible times anymore. I'm just looking to run a strategy that I know will work in the long term on something that I would want to invest in anyway. This specific trade, we have an 87% chance of profit and a 2% move to the upside and a stop loss at 10%. And some of you might be saying to yourself, well, dude, no wonder why you're running a 10% stop loss. Your risk versus reward is trash. And what I'll say to you is, you're totally right, but it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, because the market traditionally goes up, especially when we're trading over those SMAs, we are going to win and be so accurate that it doesn't matter what happens in the long run. Because look, on average, we're losing 10% and then we're winning 3%. So if on average, we're making 21% in our wins over 10 trades and we're losing 10%, net, we're still making 12% over 20-something trades, which is all that matters. So we did get the entry. If you wanted to follow along, your take profit would be up at about 279.80 to 280, and the stop would be down at 245. What I'm personally waiting to do is to see Tesla pull back down to 265, which would give me a much better risk versus reward. And instead of having 2% upside, I'd have 4%. But I talk a lot more about that within our community. The link to our community is free and it's down in the description. I hope to see you guys over there. Thanks for all the support. I'll see you next time. Peace.